I cannot believe they are actually here.
The Vaelthar, the largest vessel in the Lyaric fleet, moved silently through the dark between stars. Its white corridors hummed with a low vibration of twin-ion engines, and its 1,000 rooms held warriors, scientists, healers, and diplomats. But tonight the ship held something else. Tonight it held a secret. Queen Lyara stood at the center of the command bridge. Her silver braids swept back over her golden armor. Her pale blue hands clasped behind her. Her expression was calm, dangerously calm, the kind of stillness that her fleet had learned to fear more than her fury. "Where is Commander Wren?" she asked, her voice low. The bridge officers exchanged glances. Lieutenant Voss cleared his throat. "He completed the evening report 3 hours ago, my queen. After that, we have not located him." Lyara turned slowly. "You have not located him?" "No, my queen. On my ship." "Yes, my queen." She said nothing more. She walked off the bridge, and the doors sealed behind her. She searched Deck 4 first, the human quarters assigned to Commander Wren when the Alliance Treaty had brought him aboard 6 months ago. His room was empty, bed untouched. She searched the training corridors where he often ran at night when sleep refused him. She searched the observation lounge, the engineering bay, the medical wing. Her royal guard trailed behind her in silence, wise enough not to speak unless asked. "The nursery wing," Lyara said suddenly, stopping in the middle of a corridor. Guard Commander Sarah stepped forward. "My queen, no human is authorized in the nursery wing. The princess twins are resting. Security protocols were clearly not enough." Liara's jaw tightened. She turned and walked. The nursery wing was the most protected section of the Vaelthar. 2 guards stood outside the sealed silver doors. Or rather, 2 guards sat outside, slumped in their chairs, fast asleep. Lyara stopped, stared. Something shifted in her chest. Not anger, not quite. Something stranger. She pressed her palm to the entry panel. The doors slid open without a sound. The room was dim. Soft blue ambient light drifted from the walls like the glow of deep ocean water. The angular white panels of the spacecraft curved above in gentle arcs, and the soft hum of the ship's engines was quieter here, almost like breathing. And there, in the center of the wide sleeping cradle that had been designed for her daughters, Lyara saw them. Commander Wren lay on his back, still in his black uniform, one arm curled gently beneath his head, the other draped over the edge of the cradle. His dark hair was loose across the pillow. His face, so often watchful and guarded in daylight hours, was completely at peace. And on his chest, nestled between the soft fabric of his shirt and the warmth of his arm, slept Princess Ela. Her small pale hand was curled against his collarbone. Her chest rose and fell with the rhythm of his breathing, as though she had locked onto it and decided it was the safest anchor in the universe. Beside him, tucked under the beige cradle blanket, lay Princess Mira, the smaller twin, the quieter one, the one who had cried every single night for weeks without comfort. She was silent now. Her lips were parted. Her eyelashes rested on her cheeks like tiny silver brushstrokes. Lyara stood in the doorway. She did not move. She had searched this entire ship. She had walked every corridor with fury building like a storm behind her ribs, certain she would find negligence, carelessness, a breach of protocol that demanded discipline. She had prepared the words. She had prepared the anger. She had not prepared for this. Commander Wren stirred faintly, not waking, only shifting, and his arm moved instinctively, tucking Ela closer. The infant sighed and burrowed deeper without opening her eyes. Liara's throat tightened. She remembered the first night the twins had come into this world, how they had arrived too early, too small, How the healers had worked through the dark, how she had stood alone beside their cradle afterward with the terrifying weight of being their mother and their queen pressing down on her simultaneously. She had not cried. Queens did not cry. But she had gripped the edge of that cradle until her knuckles ached. She had not expected anyone else to understand what her daughters needed. She had not expected a human to figure it out before anyone else on the ship. Sarah appeared silently at her shoulder. "My queen," she whispered. "Shall I wake him? Remove him from the restricted?" "No." The word came out quiet and absolute. Sarah blinked. "My queen." Lyara was still looking at her daughters, at the rise and fall of their tiny chests, at the impossible peace on their faces. "Lower the lighting by 10%. Set the room temperature to level 3 warmth. And post 2 guards inside the corridor, not outside." "Yes, my queen." "And Sarah." Lyara finally looked away from the sleeping trio. Something moved through her expression, something she did not name. "Add Commander Wren's biometric signature to the nursery access panel. Permanent clearance." Sarah's eyes widened slightly. "Permanent, my queen. Permanent." She took one last look. Wren's face in the blue half-dark. Ila's hand. Myra's silence. All 3 of them breathing together in the same slow, trusting rhythm, as though the universe had arranged them exactly this way on purpose. Lyara stepped back. The doors slid shut. She stood alone in the corridor for a long moment, her hand still against the cool metal wall. Then very quietly, so quietly that no one would ever know, the queen of the Lyaric fleet smiled.